guys, what's going on? Okay, so today I'm so excited because today's the day that my first video on my channel comes out. And in the theme of coming out, I thought I'd share the story of how I came out. So let's go back a few years to about when I was 5 or 6. Since I could remember, I knew that I wasn't like other kids of my age. When I was quite young, in kindergarten, when the bell went to lunch, all the boys would just run out, go and play, I don't know, rough games like tackling or wrestling or whatever. And I would just sit with the girls and play house all day, and I could easily play house for like, I don't know, forever, all day. I loved playing house. After that, I got introduced to Disney. When I get home from school, I'd beg my mum to put on something Disney, anything Disney really, anything with the princesses in it singing. Like Little Mermaid was one of my favourites, and also I was a big fan of musicals as a small child as well. I really liked the sound of music, and I must have seen it like 100, probably more times. I ended up watching it so much that my mum actually had to hide it and say that it broke so that I wouldn't keep watching it because it was driving her nuts. So yeah, I've always been quite a sensitive person. If someone was to say something back then, I would have been upset by it. It could have been anything, could have been something small, could have been something big. It just upset me because I was sensitive. So I think the first person that I came out to, her name is Tara. She's one of my good friends even today. Yeah, so we were all sitting in a big ass room full of students who haven't completed all their work yet. So it was just me, my friend Tara, and these two other girls who were working in front of us, and we all get talking, and the subject of fashion or pop culture came up. Tara remarked, she said, "I know, it's like having a gay best friend." And that's when I turned to her and I said, "Well, actually, I'm gay." And she said, "What?" And I said, I like men. And she said that was great and that was okay, and I just felt so relieved because when I'd said it, I couldn't believe what I just said, and it was just so sudden. Wasn't expecting that to come out of my mouth at all. And the two girls in front of us, they seemed to be quite happy with it as well. Like, I barely knew these other two girls, but they were just like, "Oh wow, it's so good, it's so great." By the end of the year, pretty much the whole school knew about who I was, and everyone was pretty fine with it. We were all in our own little groups. By then, I had my group, which was the entire workplace learning group, which was just huge. Almost half the school were my friends, so I had quite a lot of support from my friends. I hadn't told any of my family until about a year and a half later. This would have been a few months after I turned 18. The first family member that I came out to would have been my brother, and the way that happened was really quite funny. I was sitting in a chair, I was looking at Grindr, which is an app to help you find guys in your area, and my brother comes out, and at this point my brother was big on making like gay jokes with me, and even made up this fictional person. His name is Terry. Yeah, he kept bringing Terry into everything. Is you gonna go have kinky butt sex with Terry, or are you gonna go make out with your boyfriend Terry? And anyway, so I'm sitting down, I'm on this Grindr app. My brother comes out and says, "Are you gonna be home to make dinner tomorrow?" And I'm like, "No, I'm going out." And he's like, "Oh, where are you going?" And I'm like, "Just out." Of course, he starts up again, "Oh, you're gonna go see your boyfriend Terry?" I said, "No, I'm gonna go see someone for a date." And he's like, "Who's the lucky girl?" And I'm like, "Actually, it's not a girl, it's a guy." And he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Guys?" At first he didn't believe me, he thought I was joking, but then I showed him that I was on Grindr. He had no idea what it was until I explained it to him and started showing him a few things on there, and he's like, oh, okay, alright, yeah, gay. Cool. And he was really, really good about it. Like, he was the first family member I told, and he was probably one of the most supportive people out of everyone that I've told so far. And he said, "Oh, so when are you going to tell my mum and dad?" And I'm like, ever? So for months and months, he just tried to keep convincing me that it was a good idea to tell my parents who I was. And I didn't want to because I just thought there'd be a lot of awkwardness. So I held on to that information thinking about it, mulling it over for at least, I don't know, 4 months after I told my brother. Yeah, good 4 months. One day I went out and got a bit wasted, and I actually told my mum through text that I was gay. And she texted back, she said that that was fine, that was great, that she still loved me, and she didn't care that I liked guys, or she really was there for me. As soon as I told my mum through text, my mum goes to my dad's room and she wakes him up and says, Mum tells him that I'm gay. And he literally looked at her and said, so what? And went back to bed. When my mum told me that, I thought that was absolutely fantastic. That Dad actually didn't care about sexual orientation or anything, because I thought my dad would have been one of those people who was, I don't know, maybe against it for whatever reason, because he just didn't seem like that type to support that kind of thing. I hope this video inspires those of you who know who you are and still in the... I advise that only come out to those who you know, like a friend or a family member, or if you want to tell your family but not sure how they react, I'd tell one of your closest friends and see how they handle it. Only if you think that you are ready to. Don't force yourself. It's not something that you can just rush into, it's something that you have to really think about before you start doing it, because it's just something that you have to do for you. I promise you, as soon as you do, it's just like weight, it's just lifted off your chest and you can breathe, and it's just so relieving to just have a breath of fresh air and know that you are being true to who you are. So yeah, if you like this video, hit the big old thumbs up button, subscribe. I post videos every single Friday, so make sure you hit that subscribe button just so you can keep up to date with me and keep up to date with me. Until then, make sure you keep that love flowing, and I will see you next Friday. Thank you so much, guys, for watching my video. I just needed to get that message out there, and I'm just so thankful for everyone who's supported me through this past year. It's been just amazing. I'm doing a video next week. It'll be a Q&A, and it's called Sammie, What's Up? And if you have a question that you want to know about me, you want to get to know me better, my Twitter and my Instagram account are just below here. So just